Hi everybody. 5 minutes late. The reason is I had to eat up some food. Heat up, not eat up. I've got to take away for the first time for ages. But the 5 minutes isn't bad, is it really? I mean, we're getting nearly as prompt as the 10 o'clock news, 9 o'clock news. Everybody remembers the 9 o'clock news a long time ago. Hope everyone's well. It's Wednesday. Xander the Fearless, how are you doing? Nice to see you. And let's say talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I hope everyone's had a good day. It's been a little bit cooler. Autumn's on the way, so this is the time to really concentrate on this and keep relapse at bay. Chris Hughes, hi Steve. I'm very well. Chris, how are you? Hope all's going well. Sean, that title's a little long. This, yeah. Oh, I'm Magpie. The title's about a video I did actually. There's 20 people already. Oh, that's incredible in a minute. If we get 20 in every minute, we'll have a lot in an hour. I could quickly work it out. Tommy Martin, hi, how are you doing? Scuttle Bob, hello there, how are you doing? Leslie, good evening. I missed you last night. Hope you're well. You feeling good? It's getting very autumnal here. And I noticed about half 8 it was starting to get dark. Jonathan, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I'll wait a few people and I'll announce what tonight was about. Yeah, it's getting a little bit towards slightly darker nights. JSP, hello, how are you doing? Dennis, hiya. Still working? What do you do, Dennis? If you don't mind me asking. Xander Phyllis, one of the best videos you have done, mate, in my opinion. I have a mate, I might show that to him. Oh, good one. Well, the one tonight. Joe, hi Steve, nice to see you, Joe. I do videos every day because there's a lot of them on there. If you want to go back, I've only done this, when we start, the 23rd of April 2024. So that'll be 15, 16 months. But there's a lot of videos on there covering a lot of subjects. I mean, I could talk forever about it, as we all could, because it's such a complex subject, isn't it? Alcohol and the causes and recovery and the reason we go back to relapse and the kindling effect and medical problems and there's so many different facets to it, isn't it? Roberto Sanchez, hiya. TV channel is very important to people who need help. Thanks, Roberto. I appreciate that. It's nice to have some support, and we've got lots of good support, lots of good people here. It's growing quite well. In fact, it's growing very well, to be honest. It's growing with quite a fast pace. Sometimes I have 70, 80 people on, which is incredible. It's good about me too, another sunny day at the Heartwood Detox here in California. Well, fantastic that. How are we getting on there? California, different world, isn't it? Johnny Boy 68. Hi Steve, I do love these lives. Don't feel alone. That's a good point, yeah. It brings us all together, doesn't it? Kaz, how are you doing? I had my daughter here for a few days. It's been nice for one as well. Hopefully that lifts your spirits a bit, Kaz. That's good. Roberto, we've just stopped tonight. Okay. How are you feeling at the moment? Because to suddenly stop is quite a big thing, You've got to be very careful with that. John Doe, how are you doing, John? Nice everybody. So early. Real Farmers, new person. Good evening to you. Scott Bob, well, we have some real sick people here. Some are better today. Yeah, good point. Yeah, because it can be very topsy-turvy, kind of up and down the cylinders. One day you're feeling a little bit better, and next day you're back at the bottom of the bottle, as I call it, really. Julian Geek, thanks for the stream yesterday. Had a tempting night away with work in a property hotel. Home now, so that's brilliant. Well done. One night under your belt is fantastic. For 5 years, I couldn't do 1 hour, to be fair. I was just in constant withdrawal for many, many years, to be honest with you. It was a bad state of affairs. And it kills too many people. I did some research today when I was on about actually. There's still on the increase alcohol-related deaths. Although people say that young people aren't drinking as much, there's still a massive problem. It's increasing. Apparently, there's a massive problem during COVID as well. I missed most of COVID, as in I was in hospital because I was so ill. But I didn't see the effects on the economy really. It's sort of filtering through even now, isn't it? Seeing this up. Hi everyone, how are you doing? If you do benefit from these lives, then please feel free, whenever you want, to drop a super chat in. There's a coffee link at the top if anybody wants to support the channel via that. And thanks for everybody for coming along so promptly and early. Maybe it was late by 5 minutes. And Driver, hi all. Thanks for the donations of coffees this week. And Scott Bob, like Steve, helping others like you helps me sober. Keep sober. Yeah, that's a good point. We help each other, you're saying. It's a good focus, this. I know it can be a bit of a pain getting over 9 for some people, but if I make the effort, then you can do it as well, can't you? And it's going to help. And I think it's going to grow quite exponentially, actually, to be fair. It's a big word, isn't it? Real fun, I work away for 10 years buying shut down pubs and bulldog, building our own houses. Working away was deadly for me. Yeah, because you've got nothing else to do at night when you work with you. We used to get a lot of construction lads in London when I was in the police down there. Big drinkers. They used to spend all the money they earned, the extra money they earned, just on booze and bookies. And you can imagine the rest. John Doe. Hi, Beef and Chicken. Good evening, Beef. How are you doing? You away at the weekend, don't you? Harps Music Machinia. Evening, Stephen Law. I think you might be new. It's a hell of a name. That's fantastic. John Doe, Beef and Chicken. Real Farmer, Beef and Chicken. Andrea, that's nice. Guys, I love seeing my daughter. Yeah, family is very important. And obviously, if you've got a partner as well, even more important. Because to have some support is imperative. And the video part tonight was, it's a bit like, I thought I knew everything, you know. The title of the video is "Don't Tell Me What to Do," because I was warned about a lot by my parents when I was 15. My mother found loads of cans in the bedroom, empty cans, and I'd had a couple of friends around because I played in the band. I blamed it all on them, of course. It was Ace. I don't know if anybody's heard of this particular drink. It actually features in a comic. It was 8 Ace, in a grey can, right? 8 Ace. Check that up. It was really cheap. No, it tastes a bit like drinking lead. When I think about it. And it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But I used to drink that. Even when I was 15, I had a lot of it, you know. A lot of it in the cupboard. And when I came home from school, my mother had a black bin liner. And because you know, it's like when you're a teenager, you don't want anybody going in your room, really. It's full of cans. They don't mind. I remember drinking my dad's home brew as well when they were away and things, or just when they were there and they were out. And I had built up a quite high tolerance to it, which means I was still a very heavy drinker, very, very, very early on, to be fair, you know. And by the time I was 17, 18, I was quite a heavy drinker. But I didn't take any notice of anybody. And as time went on, more people noticed I was drinking more. You know, sort of not distant relatives, but other people who didn't know me that well. And I was hitting the booze too much. I wasn't good at all. Up and down, Me22. Hi, student chat. Nice to see you. How are you? Stuart Foster, evening. 75 days on the wagon. Brilliant. That's good. 75 days, isn't it? A couple of months on your belt. Diagnosed fatty liver and raised enzymes. That'll settle down, you know, as long as you cure the booze. Much improved, but still some discomfort. Did you have any discomfort in the upper right abdomen early on? I didn't, to be honest with you. Mine hit me like a train, really. 1 minute I was all right in this, but a few months later, I just started to deteriorate really quickly. Lost a lot of weight and put this huge lot of weight just in my stomach. I lost all my muscle mass. I had this fluid in my stomach. It was quite quick. It built up. Hello, Catherine. How are you? John Doe, loved your video at night too. Everyone thinks they're the king of the pub and invincible. That's the thing. Even when you get a bit older, when you're young, you think you're invincible. When you're older, you think you know everything. So even the doctor said, you must cut down and you must stop. And I thought, well, I walked out the doctor's look. No, I know what I'm doing. And that's what we don't take it serious enough. Like if somebody said something wrong with your heart, you take it easy. With the drinking, you think you know better. Why do we think we know better? That's a good question, really, isn't it? Steve Jones, Stuart, I'm feeling that way. It's the discomfort on your right side. Yeah, some people do get pain. It's called the silent killer liver disease, you know, because sometimes there'll be no symptoms at all. Having a Guinness zero, that's the gear. Having a month off, and we'll see how I go from there. Once you've done the month, see how you feel, because when you go back to the booze, it'll get worse, you know. There's no benefit in it long term. There's no benefit short term. You're trying to chase what you had when you were 18, 19. You know, the first ice cream is always the best, isn't it? It's a bit like that. You've got to be careful with your health. It's the only thing that we give up and people question us about, isn't it? Why don't you drink? If you say you stop taking heroin, people say, oh, you've done really well. But with alcohol, wow, people don't want you to give up, don't they? You can't be sociable. You're going to be a bore and all this nonsense, You'll be king of everything when you give up. Forget about king of the pub, Or drink anything with alcohol in it, even vanilla extract. God, that's horrendous. That's good. I never did that, thankfully. But I was just the same sort of level, but just pouring Stella into my neck, or down my neck, and then I was being sick. Until I'd been drank a few, but I'd been sick a few times, and I could keep a couple down. It was madness when I think back. It was mental illness for me. Johnny Boy 68, my daughter coming to see me this weekend, 3 months, 4 days off. She'll see such a difference, Johnny, when she sees you. She really will. Come to thank me for making her year by getting sober. That I had the same for my daughter wrong, I've been sober nearly 6 years. Every time she saw me, she used to come from Manchester, I went down there. God, you look better. You look younger, you look fitter, you look well healthy. And it was incredible. It was quite moving to go for a meal out with her at the top of some hotel in Manchester when I got well again. And it was like, very emotional. Because she thought I was going to die in hospital, as did most of the other people, including the doctors. When they gave me 2 years to live in 2019. And then obviously everything turned around, which is a miracle, really. And I did a bit myself. Kept off the booze, of course. Good job, Stuart. Hi, Beef. Real fun. That's great. Johnny, love that. Scott Bob. Good Bob. Johnny Boy. Samantha, good evening, Sam. How are you doing? Lovely to see you as always. We've had a good day. I have. We've been travelling on the same roads, actually, at some point. Catherine, that's great, Johnny. Red, put a simp. Hey, just watched your post about the subject. Okay. I think the thing is, when we drink, we don't want to know. We don't want to be told by anybody that there's a problem. And a lot of us live in denial for many, many years. I certainly did. It became a habit, which then led into an addiction. But I think I had the habit forming part of it when I was younger. And there are statistics, although some people don't like statistics. No, you don't, Sam. That say the younger you start, the more likely you're going to be an alcoholic. But I did get this question posed by my partner: can you be an alcoholic at any age? I'm talking. Just imagine that you're 40 years old, you've never had a drink, and you start drinking heavily at 40 or 50. Could you become an alcoholic? Have you got time to become an alcoholic? That's the thing. Or does it take years? Because I was talking to a guy on one of these chat things a while ago. He was in his 20s and he was drinking a bottle of whiskey a day. And he had a problem then, John Doe, I was drinking seasoned drinkers under the table when I was 20. I was a bit like that when I joined the police, you see. I was a young lad, and there were guys in the 30s and 40s who were big, strong coppers who had been drinking for years and used to say, I'm not coming out with you again. Because I was quite a young sergeant in the West End of London in my 20s, and they'd been in the job 20 years. And they come in next day, hungover, some of them even went sick. I'm not going to drink with him again. It's nothing to be proud of. At the time, when you're just a young man, a bit of a badge of honour, isn't it? I was working as a barman at the time from 18. See, get used to it. I thought it was a clever CUNT. Thought I knew best and better than everyone else. That was the same as me, yeah. That's why we don't listen to advice. Darl Fletcher, what's up? My bad. Didn't know. He was like, okay. If you click the little bell on the subscribe button, you will get a little notification. I believe Biff and Chicken might be able to advise on that. Or one of the moderators, John, might know as well, how to get this notification thing on so you don't miss the live, Simp, off topic, but regarding the benzo and alcohol combination you were taking the other day, I forgot to mention that was potential also a lethal cocktail. Oh yeah, I'd imagine that, yeah. The two things together can't be good. I want to add that. I'm off to bed now. No problem, Red Simp. I'll speak soon. Thanks for being here. Real farmer. Good thing about this though, John, you realise looking back far better, yeah. You look back and you think, well, I've done that. I've survived and we're still here. Darryl, Sound, I'm here. Listen now. Good man. If you do want to drop a super chat in to support the channel, then please do. It makes a big difference. And there's a Buy Coffee link at the top here, which is pinned if you want to donate something on there. It all helps to keep keep things moving along and keeps the channel strong, and it's growing every day, which is good. And let's help some people. Support the challenge. Let's save some lives, because we can do it here. We've got a lot of knowledge here, There's a lot more knowledge on here than there is a team of doctors, unless they've been alcoholics. Because doctors are brilliant at prescribing things, and surgeons can fix you up again. But only you know how an alcoholic feels. And it's real bad, isn't it? It's not good. Johnny Boy 68, thank you, Steve. You will never know the inspiration you have been for me. Thanks, Johnny. And thank you for being honest. I lied to myself so many times, but for some reason this has happened so much. That's brilliant, that's Johnny. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Would you see one or two people help you all? It's brilliant, isn't it? Help each other. It's to get that sort of message is really fantastic for me. Alex James, what's the most disturbing thing you saw as a police officer? Well, I'm not going into details, but there's a couple of things I can't really mention on here. But one was a bomb incident. There's lots of things you see are disturbing, but most of it I couldn't really talk about, if that makes sense. Not because I don't want to, it's just confidential. Some things you wouldn't believe. John Doe, Night, Red Pill. So yeah, the police see a lot of stuff, but that didn't contribute to my drinking at all. I was a drinker before I joined the police, to be fair. When I was playing in the band, I used to drink when I was a young guy. I used to drink. When I was an engineer before I joined the police, I used to drink. So, it was just me. I just had a propensity for drinking. I used to enjoy it. I don't know where the Submariner is. I hope he's all right. He hasn't sunk on his boat. I hope not. Yeah, so the subject tonight on the video was basically why don't we listen? Because we think we know best, And if there's any other medical problem, you will listen, won't you? You will listen to people. You will listen to relatives. You will listen to the doctor foremost, who says, "Look, I've got a bit of experience in this. I know thousands of alcoholics, and if they don't stop drinking, you're going to die." It wasn't told to me like that, but I just thought, no, I know more than them. I'm all right with it. It's because we feel strong. This is why people relapse, because they feel good again. And it's the trap of feeling cured, isn't it, after a few days, few months, few years of being sober. John Doe, can you click on the like? It takes seconds and helps the channel immensely. Thanks, John. Yeah, click on the like button if you can on the videos and whatnot. And if you want to drop a super chat in, please do. It doesn't have to be a lot. Or buy me coffee links there as well. And thanks for being here. I know it takes a bit of effort to get here, but I think it's helping everybody on here. I think people are getting something out of it. It's positive. Old school Paul. Hi Stephen. Hi all. Nice to see you. We've got a lot of people on already in 17 minutes. It's just doing really well. Every day is getting better. And trust me, when it starts to pee down with rain and it's cold outside, it'll be a lot more. And we'll get even more information and more help for each other. Me 22. What sort of food do the hospital give people on liver ward? Do you know what it is? It's just the same food, but more of it. You just get a cooked, well, it's a bit of cereal, cooked breakfast, and maybe stir fry or something. But I used to like the puddings, I would call them. I'd eat anything. I wanted to get well again. Like the custard, tart things, loads of custard and rice and stuff like that, and then get sandwich in the afternoon. The only thing I could do to get myself well was eat, Hi, Paul, real farmer. When I first left school, I was an undertaker for 6.5 years. Really, once I hit 18, I was on a coroner's contract, so I've seen some stuff. I love the job because my community love me for what I did. Yeah, that's good. Undertaker. It's a very underrated job. It's a very important job, isn't it? Being not sober feels good as well. Yeah, sometimes can't. I know what you're saying. I didn't really enjoy drinking past the age of 30, to be fair. The last few years, where I was doing it between 2014 and 2019, I didn't enjoy any of it. It's hard bloody work, UFC. I'm scared I'm going to die. I just can't stop. Well, there's a link on the description of all the videos. You can do one-to-one with me. I don't know if you've seen the doctor, because if you feel that bad, you should see maybe the medical people first. Yeah? Don't just let it run. That's what I did. I self-medicated, you see, with alcohol. You need to get some help on that. But I'll certainly speak to you if you go on that link and get in touch with me. Donald Fletcher, because I'm in a bad way. No, that's what I drank, but Mum keeps at me. You're poisoning yourself. And I am. My stomach hasn't, not like I have any ways. But Donald, your mother's telling you. Mothers know everything. They know everything about you. And my mum said, I was 15. She said, have you got a drink problem? 15. So there you go. You've got to be very careful with this substance. Catherine, yes, Stu, it's exactly like not being cured when you've been off it for a while. So true. You're never cured of this. I did try it. I thought, oh, I'm cured now. No chance. Have you heard that song by The Clash? I fought the law and the law won. There's got to be one about alcohol. I fought the beer and the beer won, you know. Hundreds of times I fought it. And it always won. And it always will. It's just the way it's designed. Nobody who's a problem drinker can ever return to social drinking. It's impossible. It's impossible. You've crossed that line. And now you're sober, you've got to forget about the drinking chapter and move on. Because that's done, isn't it? You know, we've got to think about where we are in life, where we want to be in life, and how healthy we want to be, because we're all getting old every day. And you want some quality of life. I was in the Wetherspoons the other day. One afternoon, it was Durham way, somewhere. Spennymoor, I think it was. And there were people in there, you know, just people in their 40s. Oh, no, sorry, it was in Middlesbrough. People in their 40s and 50s or younger in wheelchairs because of drinking and smoking as well. The legs chopped off. What the hell's all that about? Look at they didn't look as if they had any quality of life whatsoever. You know, people in the prime of life, really, and women. Doctor, I apologise. I've had a few in the joke. Don't worry about it, Doc. You're fine. There's no judgment here. No judgment here. Will Farmer, that's when my drinking really started, if I'm honest. As I collected a very good friend from a road talk accident who left 3 very young children. Understand, yeah. Horrendous, isn't it? John Hoff's music. Christmas Day 2024 was best Christmas of sober day. It's amazing, isn't it? You actually enjoy your food. And you can put it with I suppose Charlie Boy now's speech. It's great Christmas sober. I used to look forward to Christmas as a drinker. I would say as a drunken drinker. But it was never, ever any good. I was falling asleep by 6 o'clock. Didn't eat any lunch. It was fucking awful day. Disco Dave, Steve just mentioned one-to-one. Had a chat with him last week. That definitely helps. 7 days off, not being all easy, but a lot easier than dragging my ass through 7 hours, sticking around. Thanks, Disco Dave. So if you read Disco Dave's comment there, I did a one-to-one with him, and he's got sober. Now I've done a lot of these one-to-ones, and I've got a very high success rate. It's only one payment. I do a lot of follow-up with people, and the follow-up is where people gain momentum with this, because some people text and say, "Oh, WhatsApp me from all over the world," or "I'm at the airport. My trigger has been at the airport because I've got a long flight," and I stop them as best I can from that first one, because we all know the first drink leads to many more. And that's when you're going to fall foul of it. You can't just have one. I've got a couple of friends who I wish I could just have one with my meal. These guys are wine drinkers, very fine chaps, you know what I mean, just beer. However, I said just one will take you straight back to square one. Hospital, yep. Samantha, good job, Disco Dave. Yeah, well done. I'm glad I've been able to help you there. And anybody else wants some help, just click on the link in the description. I'll get some one-to-one for you and have a chat, do a video call. It's very easy to do. It's very laid back what I do, but you know, people can latch onto that and just drop me a text now and again. I'll pull you back. I tried to do this alone and I failed many times. I didn't think about anything like this. It's a couple of quid. It's not these rehabs cost thousands. I saw a guy in Durham recently. Sorry, Gateshead. I went to see him in his flat. He couldn't get out because he had all this anxiety, and he'd paid £18,000 for rehab, and he'd gone back home. And 7 hours later, he drank a bottle of vodka. He's in rehab again. He'd come out and drink another bottle of vodka, and I've got to go and see him and try and get him off. I'll get him off. They couldn't get him off because there's no follow. Charlie Deck, evening, folks. Charlie Deck, Harps. First drink gets you drunk. Of course it does. You can't have the first one. Please, Disco Dave's doing well. Neil Hughes, hi. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Last Christmas I enjoyed, remember, it was 2015, 10 years of straight bollocks since then. Yeah, it's no good, John, is it? Christmas time is a waste of time if you're drinking. It's a write-off, isn't it? I was never a guy that went out for one or two. No me. I went out for 11 or 12 and more in the end, you know. Electroliner, every time I've had a break from it, infamous, I'll have one, back to madness 2 days later. Yeah, you can't have one. That's it. That's got to be in your head. And if you do any correspondence with me, then that's what I'll be telling you. And a lot more to it than that. So get in touch, you know. If you benefit from these lives, or you get involved in them, obviously, then please drop a super chat in. And the coffee link's at the top if you want to support the channel. It helps immensely, by the way. Every time I've had a break from it, yeah, the one, go back to one, this is no good. You can't go for one. We didn't go for one when we were 17, did we? So it's not going to happen now. It's a chapter you have to close, like moving on in life, you know. Like a new job, a new house, whatever it is. Max, the best part of stopping drinking for me was no longer making daft promises like, oh, I'll fit your door free. Yeah, you're right, though. You do stupid things when you're on the drinking. And you buy stuff as well you don't even need. You buy drinks for people you don't even like. And you lose money. You lose things. You lose your life in the end, to be fair. On a more serious note. Cheers, mate. Thanks so much. Steve's lives are so important because they serve a constant reminder of the problem and allow us to interact wherever we are on our journeys. Right. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, I think they are important now. Within 4 to 5 weeks time span, you've got a lot of good people in here, and people actually want these done now. So I'll keep doing it. If you support me, I'll support you. And we all support each other ultimately in the end, don't we? And we'll have a meetup at some point early in the year. I think just after Christmas. Maya, did you order more delivery beer at night even though you had a fully stocked pantry? Oh yeah, it was crazy. My anxiety was off the scale. At one point, I had 48 slabs of 24. Somebody worked that out the other night. It's a lot of cans. Because I felt so anxious. I mean, I could have drank all through nuclear war and not run out. But the anxiety level was just off the scale. Would be an understatement, to be fair. It was absolutely madness, you know. To the point where it was like a mental illness, really, to be honest. It was just beyond belief. Some people, unless people know me, they don't believe the story because it just seems so incredulous, doesn't it? Really, this was way before this sort of ringing off your groceries came in. I used to be so anxious that this company would come online at 10 o'clock. You know, would they be answering the phone? Would they be there? You know, I forgot the right number. I'd ring 10. There's nobody there, I'm panicking. Even though I had 48 slabs, it hit my mind before my body. It really did. So if it hadn't hit my mind, I would have been super bright, wouldn't it? I could have been an astronaut. Maybe not, but you understand what I'm saying? It really pulled me down, the anxiety. It was incredible. It's hard to describe, actually. 2 days ago, I'm on 6 weeks now. This has helped me so much. Good. Everyone's really pushing this now. The lives are helping, which is great. It's good to see. It takes a bit of time for things to settle down, but this is going to be massive, this, for all of you. Not just for me. A lot of work for me, but I'll get through. I've got a good bagger. Yeah. Thursday, I'm on 6 weeks now. Beef and chicken. I think I forgot to say happy birthday to you. Okay, I didn't know it's your birthday. I forgot as well. John, anxiety is a killer in itself, I guarantee you. It is, mind, yeah. This is where you get problems with suicides as well. The anxiety level gets so high, you worry about a tax bill or a bailiff or a parking ticket. It's just nonsense. It can all spiral, you know. Rodney Curtis. How are you doing, Rod? Nice to see you on here. I haven't seen you for ages. Samantha's on as well, would you believe? It's a strange affair, isn't it? How's Mr. KR? Hope he's all right. Causing you hassle in the castle. That's rhymes, isn't it? Hassle on the castle. Rod's a good friend of mine, as is Samantha. Real farmer. Can I ask, did you start drinking hard because of the stuff you deal with the police? I have a mate who's on police and he drinks because of it. No, it wasn't that. I drank even when I was 15, 16 when I played in a band. And then I was an engineer for 4 years. I hated that job. I used to drink then I hated the job. I just drank. Then I went to the police and I just drank more because I was drinking with bigger, stronger people who drank more. The job didn't affect me, to be fair. No, it was more just my personality. I think if I'd been a printer, a butcher, a candlestick maker, I still would have drank. But it was nice to work in the West End. It was very, very busy, and that was my excuse to have some more drinks. Steve Jobs, massive turnaround from crippling anxiety deaths due to producing a live YouTube. Yeah, it's incredible, Steve, to do that. I agree. I've done it with the help of my partner as well, mate, last couple of years. But to get back or to get further on than I was when I was 25 was amazing, because I feel better now than I did when I was younger. I was drinking then, got no anxiety, no problems. Which, not everyone's got problems. I didn't mean it like that, but you understand what I mean. I can handle things better. Rod, he's good. He's finally asleep after a week being up. That's got no Rod. Leslie, what if you become an astronaut? It would have been difficult to get the pub. That's true. Oh, very true. I'd maybe base myself down at NASA, wouldn't I? A load of booze on the space shuttle. Who knows what goes on there? After 4 months sobriety, I finally have a healthy bank account. Well done, Troy. That's another subject for another night. I mean, the amount of money I spent. I was drinking in Mayfair. Prices there, and so as well. Lisa Michelle, how you doing? I've seen you for a while. Opened a beer last night, but couldn't drink it. Tipped it down the drain. Fantastic. Well done. Well done, Lisa Michelle. 2 nights. Brilliant. I type stuff up here. I haven't got time, but that's fantastic. Electrolyte anxiety is just horrible. It's crushing. It does. It completely turns your life around, doesn't it? Beaven Chicken, thank you so much. Nice, Charlie. I had serious anxiety problems last Christmas. I even had suicidal thoughts, and that isn't me. It's horrendous, isn't it? Horrendous. That's where I got to. Things are looking up now, though. Brilliant. If you want to drop a super chat in, please do, and support the channel. Or if you want to buy a coffee, the coffee link's pinned at the top there. It all keeps things moving along nicely, and keeps the channel strong and growing all the time. Things are looking up now. Me 22. My anxiety was so bad at one point, walking past people down the street was difficult. Yeah, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't cross the road. I thought I was going to get knocked over, even though there's no cars there. It's incredible. It's indescribable. I have to do a whole couple of hours on just that one point of getting across the road. I've been there, John. Glad you here to talk openly about it. That's good. B22, I'm sure my alcohol binges didn't help my brain. No, your brain's fucked, isn't it, when you drink too much? Of course it is. I was spending £15 a day. I was spending sometimes £50 a day. And then madness. Lisa, keep it up. Well done, Lisa. Left another weight on your chest the next morning, the shortness of breath, the pain all over, the demon. Yeah. I think Samantha made a good point last night. We are all controlled by one thing, which is the demon, alcohol, isn't it? One thing controls us all as a group. And it kills millions of people all over the world every year. And it's on the increase, the death rate. And a lot of people don't realise that liver is just one thing. Everyone says, oh, we must have died of boozing and liver disease. Liver disease is caused by lots of other issues. A lot of people die because they drink too much alcohol from heart attacks, from strokes, aneurysms, all sorts of problems, cancers caused by too much beer and wine and whatever whatever you drink. There's lots of other things go wrong with your body, and then the depression sets in, then the suicide thoughts come in, and people commit suicide, and you've lost your life. We've got 66 people on. This is good, isn't it? It's excellent, that. So keep moving along. Warren Trump, fantastic that donation there. He's dropped a nice super chat in. Thanks very much. Anyone else wants to join in, helps support us. That's brilliant. Cheers, my friend. Really appreciate that. Beef and Chicken's just endorsed that as well. Thanks for everybody being here. Thanks for the loyal supporters as well. It does support the channel massively, a little bit of financial help, to be fair. And thank you very much for that. I can't thank you enough, to be honest. It makes a massive difference. Real farmer. When I was out at the pubs, I was spending £200 a day. I'd be out all day on 14-hour benders, pubs and clubs, 3 days benders. Yeah, massive amount of money, isn't it? Absolutely incredible amount of money. Leslie Chorley, I'm going to see the liver specialist tomorrow for an echo Doppler and checkup after my transplant. It was every week, now it's every 4 months. That's brilliant. Well, I've got an appointment on the 5th of September actually to see the consultant for a checkup. Mine was the same as every 3 weeks, every month, and every 2 months, every 4 months. Now it's twice a year, 6 months. People chicken, thanks very much. Samantha there says thanks, why not? A lot of support for why not there. First super chatting. If anybody else wants to drop one in, please do. And there's coffee at the top there. Had a good night so far, haven't we? 35 minutes, a lot of chat, and nearly 70 people. I'm sure we'll get the magic 100 very, very soon. Not the magic 100, but it's more people involved, Thanks, Samantha, for that. And the real farm, I was spending something like that. Yeah, I remember getting £50 a day. Anne Drivers just bought a coffee as well. Thanks, Anne. Really appreciate that. You've done another lot of support there. Thanks to everybody who does that donation, to everybody for being here, Yeah, the farmer, I was going to the Bureaux de Change, you remember those in Oxford Circus, and getting £50 out every day. That's 1,500 quid a month, isn't it? That's a long time ago as well. Hiding bank statements, hiding credit card statements. Absolute madness. And, I've done some other videos. I'll go on them on the lives as well, but I ran out of money and stuff like that. It was when I was in Italy. Crazy time. Thanks again, Anne, for the coffee. Appreciate that. Just a quick aside here. Coffee will protect your liver. 2 or 3 cups of coffee. I started drinking a little bit more. I didn't used to drink much. My partner drinks quite a bit, so I had more since I met her. A little tip for Wetherspoons. Get a flat white coffee, pour half of it out, and put an espresso on the top of it, or 2 espressos in it. You can just keep refilling it. It's a cheap cup of coffee. It's good. If you click the like, it doesn't seem a lot, but it promotes the channel in the Google algorithm. Yeah, thanks, John. So just hit the like button if you can. It makes a big difference. Share the videos as well. It'd be great to get people that you know in here as well, because we all know somebody, apart from ourselves, who's got an alcohol problem. I know hundreds of people who are blighted by this and who won't do anything about it. But they might do if they come in here and think, God, there's a lot of good people here. There's a lot of support, Enjoy yourself, why not? But not too much. Yes, good point. Everything in moderation, they say. Real farm is spending £700 to £800 a week. Now I'm saving what I used to drink. Yeah, it's a massive amount now. £2,000 a month. Absolutely crazy. You can invest that money. Vanguard's a good platform, I don't know if you've heard of it. Get it into the bank. We've got to try and claw back things, haven't we? And the recession's getting deeper. We've got to be very robust now. I think you've got to be a survivor of the fittest, isn't it? When you're drinking too much, you're not very fit financially, physically, or emotionally, or, mentally, really. It's a crazy amount of money, hundreds of pounds a week, and I did the same. Oh, it doesn't care if it's £5, £10 a pint. I want another drink. Left line, I wish I could tune in here every night, but I'm functioning. So I have to be bedtime. Lunchbox, etc. I do like the Fridays and Saturdays. Stephen, great channel. It's on repeat as well on the channel. But yeah, I see what you mean. 9 o'clock seems to be about the optimum time. I can do them most nights unless I'm aware, something I've got something else on. But I think people are starting to rely on these, which is good. But if I'm not here, then I'll sort something out for you. So Mara High Street, I'm late. Got back to the boat about an hour ago. It's been ransacked trying to find out what's missing. Jesus. Why did anyone steal your passport and driving license? Well, you know why. New identity, that's horrendous, that one. Have you reported it? You obviously would do, you're not stupid. Passport and driving license obviously traceable, and they'll probably just dump them. John Doe, geez, a real fun, it all adds up. Decaf is the same. Got you. Beef and Chickens, put the links there for the book and for one-to-one mentoring. And if anybody else wants to drop a super chat in, please do. And the coffee links as well. Sorry to hear about that, Simona. It's just another one of life's disasters, which when you were drinking would have been horrendous, but you're not drinking, so you can deal with it. Because it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's a bad thing. It's sad, but wankers will not get caught. I mean, the detection rate in the Met now is 1 in 70, I think, isn't it? It's absolutely horrendous. In different parts of the country, the detection rate of burglaries and car theft and also has gone down. Real farm, it definitely does add up. Where I live, it's around £7 a pint. But I'd drink cider at the pubs and top shelf at the clubs, right? I see. Yeah, you're in the Cotswolds, aren't you? It's an expensive area. I remember going down there years ago. I know many who drink too much, but they don't seem to have the same mental, emotional reaction as me. Maybe because I was period binger full of self-loathing. It's something to do with that, the people I've met and the people I do the one-to-ones with are all very similar to us. Caring, overthinking, patient, people-pleasing individuals. The meathead, hard as nail rats don't get affected. It's just the same sort of thing. Um, the prisoners bounce back, get shit faced, and go back in prison again. They're all right, aren't they? I'm not saying that every prison is the same, but you understand the logic on that. If you're a nice person, you tend to get into trouble. You're too vulnerable, you see. That's why you got to harden up a little bit and keep this. The biggest thing you do is the best thing you do is get off the booze. Then you become more robust mentally, you see. So the last 6 years, I've got better, with more mentally resilient, I suppose. So it's knowing someone's been in your personal space. 100%, yeah, 100%. No problem, mate. Yes, mate, I can relate to what you said. Yeah, it's amazing how we react to it, isn't it? And sort of worrying other people just wander along the street, and if they fall over, they think somebody's going to pick them up. With us, we're a little bit resistant to do that and to get involved in things. Leaving home around 11 a.m., heading out for a fry up then pub, and all went on from there. I made some serious money from the building trade. Just got out of hand, I'd imagine. Richard Bruce, hi Steve, how you doing? Nice to see you, Richard. That's terrible to hear about the burglary thing on the boat. It's not good, is it? You need an Alsatian on there now, or some sort of dog. It's always a good deterrent, isn't it? Thanks to everybody for being here. We've got 58 people. It's an incredible amount of people. It's 41 minutes into it. If you want to drop a super chat in, please do. Hope it benefits from these lives. Because I certainly do, and I hope you do too. I don't think it's too much doing it every night. I thought it might have been. Because usually you hear this coming through, you shouldn't do it every time. Well, most people want it now, don't they? And I'll do as many as I can. If I get the support, then I'll be here, Simple as that, really. Except I'm in shock this happened. Inside job. Let's learn it. I worked in the building trade when 18 and 20 and got paid so well. I'd be broke by Monday and getting a sort of my mum. Yeah, I've seen it happen. I wasn't that bad then because I was quite financially stable when I was young, but the guys who used to travel down from Newcastle and Liverpool and Scotland to work in London they used to spend all about the Saturday lunchtime and come in the booze and ask the barman or the managers for a sub, kind of a tab. What do I call it? Which was 3 weeks sober. Fantastic. Well done. You're the real deal. Cheers, Richard. I've got a lot of good comments coming in, positive comments, which is great. Nice to see, because this is open to everybody now. It's not just subscribers on this channel. So we're not getting any idiots coming on. I think we've been dealt with well by the moderators, particularly the first one on here, which was beef and chicken. Got rid of a few. I noticed that Birdie hasn't been on. It's so early, mate. It's only 10 to 10, isn't it? There's a bit of time for him yet. So yeah, that was the main thing. Why the hell didn't I listen? But you know what? I'm having a good time now. So I wouldn't have met my partner. I wouldn't have done some of the things I've done recently if I'd stopped. So you don't know where you would have been. I'm in probably the best place I've been in for my life, I think, really, to be honest. I don't say that lightly. I mean that. As you said, Steve, I couldn't have coped 15 years ago without going on the piss. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, very true. You can actually work things out a bit for yourself. Catherine, some horrible people in the world. You're right there. From going out at 11, getting home, and the club shut at 5 a.m., the amount of times I was nearly killed by cars on the way home. Incredible, isn't it, what survived? John, Steve, you're attracting quite the crowd, the more the merrier. I agree, John. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. If anybody wants to drop a super chat in to support the channel or a coffee, then please do. Let's make it big. Make it the alternative AA, if we can. Hello, Dylan. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. There's a few people joining about 10 o'clock, isn't it? But I think 9 o'clock's a good time. And I do feel as I've said before, that this is going to be more helpful during the winter times when it's dark and cold and wet, and people get bored then, don't they? Our cheers, sir. So yeah, we went up about 65 earlier, so it's going a bit of pace, isn't it? Getting a few new people on, and they're holding on in there. There's a few regulars missing, but they'll come back to the observers now. Nice to see you, Dylan, again, like I said. Yeah, we've done quite good on numbers. Richard, thanks for the thanks, beef and chicken. Okay, yeah, so that was the main thing. Why don't I listen? We don't listen. We're in denial because we want to keep drinking. When I came out of the doctors for the first time when I was about 28, I wasn't ready to give up. I thought, oh, she's told me to give up this one. What does she know? And she was older than me, obviously, but knew what she was doing to some degree. But there was no sort of like specification. I just cut down a bit. You stop. You should stop. Stop for a while. There's no plan. I just thought, well, stop for a while, a couple of hours, and back on it again. And a couple of times I did try and stop till like 10 o'clock, and I thought, I hadn't got any beer in the house. I used to run across the road, the Forest Gate pub, if anybody knows where that is, in Epping. Since that was at Bell Hotel, it's been on the news a lot. And getting there for a quarter to 10, I'll give us 4 or 5 pints. And had them, I don't know if you remember, some of the older people might remember in the 50s, whatever. Those plastic containers you could fill with beer, like a carry-out thing. It was shaped like a jug thing, a little plastic top on it. I used to get those, So do you think the odds of quitting in 20s isn't realistic as 40s or 50s? I think you'd quit anytime. But my advice would be to quit as soon as possible. Because you're going to do less damage, won't you? To be honest. You can get off it as soon as you can. My advice now, after what I've lived through anyway, and seen, especially people dying in the hospital. Will Farmer, got to get off. Great to chat. I'll come in tomorrow. Take care. Right, cheers, Will Farmer. Thanks for your input. Appreciate it. So don't forget to punch the like button. Yeah, yeah. As we should do with the burglar's eye. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. It's really helpful. Peter, I enjoyed your video today. Last man standing. That was me. Yeah, it's amazing how many there are of us. That's why we're here, isn't it? We're good at our day, but we failed in the end because you can't beat the booze. You can try, but you can't. Have anyone ever told me to stop drinking or you'll be dead by 10 p.m.? I've already nearly drunk yourself to death by 9:59. Yeah, I know. Mentality, wasn't it? It was mental. I was mental with it. Sorry, that looking back on it all pub pals mostly chat about bollocks, hardly any intelligence. There's no intelligent conversation. They've got no, because they don't do anything. They don't go anywhere. I hope you all benefit from these lives. If you are, then please drop a super chat in. Didn't have to be very much, or buy a coffee to try and to support the channel, because we're doing every night now, and it's getting quite busy, which is good. And more people are getting more healthy and wealthy, hopefully. Like some in the UK, Ireland, you'd be arrested for punching a burglar. It's crazy, isn't it? It should be more like America, yeah, right. Police here too. Soft now was one of them. Well, it wasn't soft now, was it? I must admit. Changing now though. They lowered the height limit, but they didn't have to take everybody under the height limit. Is observer in the house now? I've never seen Birdie either. So I don't know what's happened to him. He seems to have disappeared from the face of the earth, doesn't he? Yeah, so no, I don't know what observer is. A lot of messages from people want to join this WhatsApp group. If you want to join that, my number's on description and whatnot, Right, okay. Sweet dreams, Will Farmer. So why did I not listen? I think back. Why didn't you listen? Is it because the pull of the alcohol was more important than what the doctor said, what your parents said, what your sister, your brother, what your work colleagues said? Because to get off this, you have to find something that's more important to you than alcohol. That's the thing, isn't it? More important to you than alcohol, which is, to me, my health, my partner, my daughter. That's far more important to me than alcohol. But nothing was more important to me than alcohol when I was trying to struggle to live, if that makes sense. So I hope Billy doesn't get himself in all sorts of trouble. He's prone to that, isn't he? All sorts of trouble all the time. I don't know what he's doing. I wonder if anybody found out if that Rick bloke was watching sometimes. Yeah, so he's sub any camera footage. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, any camera footage, because there might be other boats. So one of these long boats. So I mean, it might be somebody with one of those doorbell ringers or something. The ring camera things, like similar to that. Like, Lana, did you ever take the plunge into a drunk just to feel better about your own drink? No, of course not. So that's a crazy question. No, you don't do that. You don't assault anybody, but certainly drunks are quite easy to deal with, especially if you're a drinker yourself. You just have a joke with them, You get a few violent drunks who have to be restrained, but I work in the West End of London where there's plenty of officers. Never really had any threats. I had more threats from my ex-wife than any prisoner. So yeah, it wasn't a problem. But we did get a lot of drunkenness. It was just 4 hours in the cell to cool off, It was nothing particularly major. I think we've all been close to that ourselves at some point. I must admit, I was quite quiet when the police were around, for obvious reasons. I once went to a Chinese and made a big fuss and big song and dance with the guy had the Chinaman, the owner, handed me a load of food and I dropped it on the floor on the other side of the counter, and I said it was his fault. So I got him to make a load more, which he did, free of charge. And then when I went back in a few months later, we got it on the board. The management would not be responsible for any food dropped inside the shop. So that was my little claim to fame in Epping High Street. John, I'd be interested to know how many people tonight are actually in recovery, thinking about it, or still trying to stop, like me. Yeah, if you just put a little note on there at what stage you are in. I know that obviously I'm sober, this morning sober, but interesting to see what stage you are, whether you're sober, you're trying to get sober, you've relapsed, or you've been there for years. Let's just drop a little note. It might be a good idea to have a little poll on that. Actually, might you be lucky to get an artist's impression. I'm a dancer when it comes to all the things technical. Let's try and say that was a great question. Great answer. Love the answer. No problem. Anything goes here, other than abuse, of course. Still trying had a month off in July. Back on it, Peter. Okay. So Peter's back on it. What am I? So 6 August is 6 years sober for me. I'm just going to type here. That's coming up. That'll be October 20 women. 2025 now, yeah. That'll be 6 years. I did 8 years once, Dylan is 35 days. I'll reconsider a drink when my life is fully occupied. It doesn't work then. I've got the answer. Yeah, keep off it. Your life will get better, Thanks, Sub, and thanks, John, for that. Keep trying. That's the thing. You will succeed. Do it first. You don't succeed, try and try again. That's the motto, isn't it, really? Even checking, I grabbed the beer out of the fridge last night and sat there 5 minutes before I opened it. It's like I make myself drink. Why? Is that just habit, though? You know what I'm saying? Just habit. Paul Goddard, how you doing? Paul, nice to see you. The moderator. Hello, everyone. Sorry to hear about your breaking. So, if you catch them, make them walk the plank. Pretty right, yeah. Jonathan Gould, good night. Off to bed. I hope you had a good day. Been checking, yes, habit for sure. Right, cheers, Jonathan Gould. I'll speak to you soon. Every relapse is a relapse closer to sobriety. That's a good point, yeah, to look at it like that. But my problem was basically I couldn't get any help. I wanted to get off it, and I wasn't offered any real support. I suppose that was a problem, isn't it? But it's one of them things where eventually you hit rock bottom, and eventually you will get to the point where your body won't take it anymore. You'll either go one way and pass away, or you'll be lucky enough, like me, to just escape by the skin of your teeth, really. I saw a few people die in hospital, younger than me, and older, but a range. It's not It's not a good thing. Catherine, the habit, yeah, it is a habit with a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people who say it's a genetic. It can be learned behaviour. I think if you're in a family of people who drink heavily, then the chances are you're probably going to have a drink. But then again, some people don't. But whether I don't think you're born an alcoholic, or you're born a gambler, or you're born an aggressive person, or maybe you are your nature. But I certainly don't think you're born a drinker. I mean, you could be born tomorrow and then there's no drink available. So I just think that it's a bit of an excuse, I think, isn't it? That people make up genetic things. But the reason I had a month off knee replacement, couldn't get off the off license or off my partner. Well, it's good that you're off, isn't it? Been off for a week, or for a month, isn't it? It's incredible, really. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise, the knee operation, you know. That's Lana. I was in a relationship and got married. We had a great time. I still drank a bit, but we'd done so much that she kept me on the straight and narrow. She was sitting down and said, Jesus, man. I just let loose. I'm not surprised, like Lana. Thanks for sharing that. It must be heartbreaking to even share that. It's heartbreaking. Never mind the you know, that no wonder people drink at times. It's not good. Hell of a story that later on. I'm so sorry to hear that. But these things happen. It's a cycle of life, unfortunately, isn't it? And that's when many people question the higher power, I suppose, isn't it? You know, when something like that happens. And it's not good. And I know drinking zero alcohol beer, etc., helps some, but relieves I'll never ever taste again. Makes you feel like, yeah, it's good. It's good that you don't touch it, and really, there might be a risk in there. A small risk. And thanks to the coffee donation. If anybody else wants to donate a coffee, then please do. The link's at the top. Or if you get some value from these lives, then please drop a super chat in. It all helps the channel. It supports the channel. It keeps it strong. It needs to be strong to help people. The more we grow, the more people will help. Because a lot of people are struggling out there, you know. Hell of a lot. Charlie.com do 0%. It doesn't suit everybody, of course, no. Lecture line I hammered it, and still was a single parent, hence I'm functioning. Got you, understand, yeah. It's a hell of a thing that to go through. But you know, a lot of us have had that, and a lot of us have caved in because of that. But you just come through it, and you've got to be strong for yourself and for other people. You have to. It's hard. Grief is very difficult to talk about, isn't it? Because everyone deals it in a different way. I mean, the closest person I have lost was my dad. He's 1992, so he's had a long life, you know. How would deal with it with a younger person? I mean, I've lost a lot of friends who've died in accidents, and one was murdered. All this sort of thing. But when it's somebody you fall in love with and they're suddenly gone, then fucking hell, don't know what to do. It's hard with that one. But you can pull through. Everyone's thinking about you here, and that's a good position to be in. You've told people, and you know, it's a little bit of hopefully a little bit of light relief, or not light relief, but you know, relief for you, because it's a hard thing to tell people that. It's not a good thing. So yeah, alcohol causes issues. It will cause issues all your life. It weaves its way into every part of society, and it's there's an excuse for people just to forget about life in some ways, isn't it? Like on Tuesday after the bank holiday is my day one again. Go for it again. Go for it again. AKA Enoch's just bought a coffee. Thanks so much, Enoch. You know, it makes sense to you as a message. Really appreciate that, and hope to see you on here every night. You know, you're a good supporter. As are other people. It's been a good night so far for the first hour. Not even the first hour, is it? Cheers, Enoch. Appreciate that. Appreciate that anybody puts a super chat in as well. Keep the channel strong. We'll do well out of this. And we'll get our health back. That's what I mean by doing well. I feel good now. I felt terrible when I drank. I feel better now I'm doing these. It's being occupied is a good thing. When you drink and you lose years of your life to recovering from alcohol, lying in bed, bored out of your mind, can't get out of bed, you missed a Sunday, you missed a Monday, you missed kids' birthdays, you missed all of the things that are nice in life. And when you get out of it, you've got to come back stronger, which I have done. And you can just keep on down the boozer if you want, but there's a hell of a lot of better things outside that boozer. Hell of a lot bad. Richard, what is the smell in pubs? I woke up at home with it. It's the whole house. It's and if you go in the morning, which I used to do, it's like bleach, isn't it? Horrible smell. Bertie Boss says, how does some alcoholics afford to be alcoholics? Alcohol will take everything from you. Some people have a very lucky pull through in life. My dad would call it, and they've got money gifted and all sorts of investments, pensions, savings, but you've got to have a few quid. I understand. I see what you're saying. It's very expensive. Glad to see you back, Bertie. Con, how are you doing? Nice to see you. How's things with you? Catherine and I went very bad on it when my dad died. When I looked back at my drinking in my early 20s, also met someone who broke my heart, so I lost it after that. Yeah, it's emotional. We're very emotional people, alcoholics are. Even before we started drinking. I bet most of us had a bit of bullying at school. We all overthink. We're all people pleasers. We're all pleasant. And most of us haven't been in a lot of trouble. Guarantee. I would steal it. Yeah, got you. Peter, working and functioning just. So I lost my son Tom, he was 22. But yeah, it was 1 year in sobriety. Having that 1 year of sobriety probably saved me from. That's a hard one as well, so isn't it? Fucking hell. 22. Jesus. I've often said that's anything that would maybe take me down if something happened to my daughter. I don't know. I don't like to think about that, if that makes sense. But it's a horrendous thing that's I'm sure we're all thinking about it here. But yeah, I consider myself very lucky. Bertie, hi everyone. Subs had a hell of a night with getting billed as well. What a Karen. It's good that we're having these conversations. Electrona just bought a coffee. Electrona, thanks, Stephen. This channel is pushing me to a good place. I'll reach that place. Thanks very much for that. Electrona says there, I'll just repeat it. Bought coffee and said, thanks, Stephen. This channel is pushing me to a good place. I'll reach that place. Fantastic. That's what I want. I want people to get to that place, the good place. It's not an easy run. It's like a marathon, but you can finish it as long as you keep breathing, keep moving one foot in front of the other, and you get there. Keep moving on, keep pushing it, and keep pushing it like we're pushing this to keep healthy. I mean, sometimes I don't want to eat loads of salad or fruit, but I do. Actually, funny enough, I had a takeaway at night because I had a busy day. I didn't have any salad today. I had some granola, I think. Fried breakfast, a little bit of fried breakfast, an ice cream, and a pasty. Terrible diet, eh? Never mind, that's nothing. Only 30 units today, try 10 tomorrow. Yeah, cut down slowly. Don't do anything in a rush here. We're trying to turn back many years of booze in a short time. It doesn't work. And that's why when you just stop, you have issues. Which happened to me with the seizures. Heading that way all the time towards seizures. If you just stop and you go cold turkey, that's not a good thing to do. You've got to be very, very careful with alcohol. Very careful. John, I wonder where the last 10 years went. Yeah, that's the thing. You get wrapped up in it, don't you? It goes so quick, the time. Charlie Duck, thanks very much for that super chat. Really appreciate it, Charlie. That's my favourite name, though. On here, Charlie Duck. Sounds like hard as nails, isn't it? Charlie Duck, local enforcer. That sort of thing. Cheers, Charlie. Appreciate that. Really do. Makes a massive difference, these donations to the channel. Keeps it strong, keeps it moving along, current, and vibrant. I hope it's quite a dynamic channel to be involved in. I don't know anybody else who does this regularly. I held off from it for a while. Partners should do it live, and I think, I'll not do that. But it's turned out really well because I can talk for England, and I appreciate all of what you're saying, and it's a very honest place to be, which is what we need, isn't it? Chris, I visited my nana today in a care for the last time when she's receiving end-of-life care. Sobriety and genuine friends have given me the ability to get through this difficult time. That's good, Chris. You ever seen when my dad died? It's horrendous going seeing him die. But thankfully he saw me sober to some degree, which is good. It's not a good thing. Chris, that's so sad. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, thanks very much, Charlie, for that donation. If anybody else wants to drop one in, please do. The coffee's there, I had a few coffees tonight as well. Really good. We'll keep going towards the weekend, get stronger and stronger and stronger. More and more people on here, help more people. That's what we're here for. Stoic philosophy. Good evening, Stephen Chat. Nice to see you. How are you? Left right out when I went to the doc and he asked me how many units I drank. I said about 32 to 42. He said that's a bit much for a week. You need to cut down. I said that's every day. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I went along and I said 32 to 42, and I said that was a week, so I told all of them the lies, didn't I? At least you told them. That's a great message, that letter liner. This channel is pushing me to a good place. I will reach that place. It's a good line, that. You've got to push yourself to that good place, push yourself to a good place. Because I can help you. We can all help you. You've got to do it yourself. Ultimately, haven't you? I'm not sure about units. I know that I could drink 25 pints on a day off and still walk home with a Chinese whether or not I dropped in the shop. Stoic philosophy. Hate is the beginning of a disease like cancer. It may kill your enemy, but it will destroy you in the process. Very true, that. Hate, isn't it? What about jealousy, Stoic? Well, a few people are jealous. I don't like that either. 4 units per can of Carling. Really? Stuff I couldn't drink Carling in the end. I always had to have the strong gear. 3 in a pint, okay. Well, I almost had 75 units on a day off them. Fucking hell. Con, if you think you're hard and outside the law and you haven't met Charlie Dack, it's true. Always carries a small weapon. And watch out. A lot of markers on him. As in, when he stopped. Loads of dangerous markers. Only joking, Charlie. But he's soft as clouds. With a cat. You got a cat, Charlie. Stoic. Carling only 2. Yeah, there's not much in Carling. Carling's just water with a tiny little drop of vanilla, isn't it? Carling, awesome. Arrangement. Geordie doesn't like a Geordie lager. What's a Geordie lager? It's Carling isn't a Geordie lager, is it? I tell you what, Rains, have you ever had that brown ale? What a fucking horrible thing that is. Brown ale. Dreadful drink that was, I never ever took to that. Dishwater. That's about right, so that's about as strong as it was, isn't it? And that's piss, I've got it. I need at least something better than that, really. Proper piss it is, mind. Cars usually about 120 units a week. That's quite a lot, but it's not anywhere near what I was doing. But then, I'm glad you're getting help. It's a lot of stuff, isn't it? I mean, we talk in these crazy terms of 20 pints. People go, oh, that's not bad. 25 pints of Carling. Yeah, I didn't drink Carling, but I drank Stellas and Peronis and something. And there was I don't know if you ever went to central London, but there was pubs everywhere. Samuel Smith's brewery. They had this Ingerbräu, really tasty, and had a Pils lager. Con, oh, thanks, Con. Another donation from Con there. Makes such a difference, this, to the channel. Thanks for the support tonight. Really appreciate it. It's fantastic. Incredible to see that. Thanks, Con. Good man. Brilliant. Thanks for the coffee. Thanks for the one-to-ones. Thanks for being here. Whoever else wants to contribute and keep the channel strong, then please do. It's appreciated more than you imagine. Leslie, what are people's favourite non-alcoholic drinks? That's a good question. What are people's favourite non-alcoholic drinks? If anybody's got a few ideas here, it would help. Because it would help give us more ideas, especially coming to Christmas, wouldn't it? Yeah, thanks again, Con. Mine's Guinness Zero, obviously. Or Erdinger, which is quite a nice one. Right, signing off. Thanks again, Stephen. I'll tune in Friday night. Electric will see you soon. Thanks for the coffee and the message. It's appreciated. I'll speak to you soon. May 22, don't tap in Newcastle. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I haven't been in the pub for a while. I've been in a couple of spoons just the afternoons. I just have a couple of Guinnesses or one bag of nuts and leave, I take my own nuts in actually from Safeway. Weatherspoons, foods and that. May Rains, how old tomorrow? Or were you kidding? Every day of your birthday. What shops are in Antarctica? You know, how many units is Cronenberg? Well, I think that's probably about 3 or 4. I used to like Cronenberg as well. It's about 5%. About the units, I would say 3. See you later, Lana. Be kind to yourself. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Lana, again for the donation. Richard Bruce, I've been keeping in touch with friends to stay away from booze. Good idea. Be a Red Bull. Red Bull for no, Red Bull's quite good. Yeah, not too much. Ginger beer, Leslie. That's really good. I used to drink a lot of that before I went to Guinness Zero, especially in the summer. A little bit of ice in it. Krabby's ginger, not Krabby's ginger. The ordinary ginger beer was really nice. Dunn's River Nourishment. I've not heard of that one, Cat. Monster sugar free. Is that them big cans that look like beer cans? It is, isn't it? Lots of ideas there. Ginger beer comes out the top one for me anyway. I've never tried this Dunn's River thing. Monster, that's one of the energy drinks, isn't it? And Guinness Zero, but then you can get 0% gin. I've seen those in the shops. Yeah, I was never a spirit drinker. That wouldn't interest me. You can get 0% wine as well, couldn't you? There's a lot of different lagers out. All the types of lager are zero, I think now. Stella lager, but that's a bit like watery. I think the Guinness is the best. Then Erdinger, the German one. I think it's German. Jason Mins, fantastic. Another super chat. Thanks, Jason, so much. It makes such a difference to the channel. Keep it nice, keep it strong, and it's wonderful support. Thank you so much, Jason. Hope you're well and had a good day. We're going to have a good week, aren't we? It sounds like everyone's quite strong and we're going to get through the winter together because that's grave time. It can be dangerous time for people to drink, you know. Cheers, Jason. We've got a few thanks in there as well. 4.6 Cronenberg goes down like Stella. Yeah, gone down in strength this film. Cronenberg now 4.6. Cheers, Jason, for that. Rains, when it sounds like Maya doesn't like me for some reason, get over it, girl. Yeah, I think you're alright. Let's just type in things out. I haven't got a favourite descent. Try Erdinger. It's nice, though. Jake, evening, Steve. Currently 24 drink issues. So it crept up last year, so currently trying to keep it to 3 times a week minimum, but hard with videos. Very young kid, Jake. Get off it if you can. You'll see a massive boost in your life in all areas at any age, but 24, you know, you've got to get off it. Jason's message there. Evening, mate, in chat. Always try to stop by and say hello. Thanks so much for that, Jason. Lovely message. Evening, mate, in chat. Always trying to stop by and say hello. Fantastic. Just pop in, pop out. It's fantastic what you do here. Thanks to everybody for being here. And if you do get value, then drop a super chat in or coffee or something. Let's keep it as strong as we can. We've had 60 odd people here tonight, which is incredible for a Wednesday night, any night really, isn't it? Because when you're a non-drinker, every night's the same, isn't it? Which is, you know, you're going to be fresh next year, which is fantastic, isn't it? It's nice to see. Such a support that's grown very quickly. With such an intelligent group of people, and mature and daft at the same time. Which is good, isn't it? It keeps it light-hearted as well, you know. I know there's been some horrendous stories tonight, but unfortunately life has to go on, doesn't it? And if we're sober, we can deal with the grief and the disappointments in life. And we can get through these and be positive. Because above all else, there's only one thing will carry you forward, and that's being positive. No one does miserable. I hate miserable people. The people who don't like me anymore, I know they don't. They say to me, "Oh, you've got no problems in life." They haven't got a fucking clue what I've gone through in my life. And they're the sort of people who've never moved out of their hometown. They've never had any danger. They've never fought an angry man. They've never done anything in their life. And they say I haven't got any problems. Because they're wankers, most of them. And I'll say that on there. If they hear me, good. I don't care. That's the sort of people I was drinking with. And my partner said once, "Why do you drink with those sort of people?" I said, "I don't know. It was habit." Even went to see them after I was sober. It was habit. Keep away from negative people. You must keep away from negative people. That'll push on your recovery much faster. Much faster. JK, I've seen JK, yeah, very young, keep off it. I do like you. I'm sorry. Satellite connection. That's regarding Rain's lit by neon, isn't it? Satellite connection. You know, another great stream tonight, Steve. Thank you. Thanks for all you do to help with us. You're welcome. And thanks for being here to everybody. And thanks for the donations and coffees and things. I find 0 off very cold. It's quite hard to tell the difference. Yeah, it's nice and cold. Erding is the best one. Jason, thank you, sub and beef and chicken. Daniel Lateral. Train started up for 5 years now. Longest I've done is 9 months and a half. It doesn't to 3. If you go onto the links, the description of the videos on the main channel, there's links there to one-to-one, and my number's on there. Get in touch. Daniel, Colin, got a call today that I've been waiting for, and the HSE are going to try and get me into a medical detox, as my intake is dangerous, and hopefully we'll be able to keep my job. That's fantastic. Well done, Colin. That's good news, isn't it? It's nice to get a bit of good news like that. It boosts you up, doesn't it? Stoic, I think the people drinking who are in the chat and talking about it will trigger other people's addiction, especially if they're early on in recovery. I'm not sure about that, actually, because people drinking who are in the chat and talking about it. It wouldn't trigger me what other people do. I mean, I'm sure I go to the pub, other people drink, but we'll wait and see about that one. Daniel, 1 month stint sober, but I always go back to back. Got you. Baby, same here, Daniel. Beef and chicken, thanks for putting the links in again. There's a link to the ebook, which is only $5.99 if you want to have a look at that. It's a handy ebook that apparently people telling me it's handy. We'll keep off the booze, I'm hoping, and the one-to-one links on there as well. I don't know what people think about Stoics comments there. People drinking who are in the chat and talking about will trigger. Hopefully they won't trigger. We'll have to see how time goes, you know. John, 100% wanking Steve. They're terrible. They're terrible. People get jealous because you're doing well. Jeez, it's the last thing I want. If you're free, stay off it. Yeah, of course. Keep off it. Having you, Steve, you're dead right there. My family look down on me because I moved away and I travel now, and they all live in the same place, doing the same thing day after day. And they're the ones who criticise. Never take advice from somebody who hasn't been successful. Okay? Never do that, because it'll always give you the wrong advice. Jason, good night. Thanks very much for your donation. Appreciate it, and we'll speak to you soon. Have a quiet night. Then I stop using any social media when I decide not to drink. That's a good idea as well. Good idea. When I was off for 8 years, I moved into a flat on. I didn't date anybody, didn't go out much. I just looked after my daughter, really. I was afraid her around for 8 years, and went to the gym, hotel gym, got myself really fit. And you have to get off it, you have to de-stress as much as you can, and then you can actually concentrate on getting sober and looking after yourself. De-stress is massively important, and it's one of those things that has to be dealt with in peace, if that makes sense. As much peace as you can get, you know. Daniel, congratulations. Oh, sorry, I don't agree. So we're all here to help each other, and those drinking might listen to those who stopped, and those who stopped or remind to never start again. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So, John, congratulations. 1 month made. You can pass the 1 month mark. Your addiction will already have things. Yeah, Leslie makes a very good point there. The story, and I agree with that. I think that we're all out here just because some of us drink on here. It doesn't mean to say that we can't learn from others, you know. Because I wish I'd come on here when I used to drink. I looked at other people and thought, wow, God, they're doing it right. I want to be like that, you know. Maybe it brings people up to that level, and I agree. Good calls, Leslie, on that one. So I still am making mistakes. 2 months ago, I bought 3 hinge clasps and 3 heavy-duty padlocks, but never got round for fitting them. I've got another kit with us tonight. That's the thing. Don't procrastinate. Get on with it. Always do the hardest jobs first. Definitely do that. Mind you, I haven't painted this flat for months, so that's another thing I've got to do. So, no, it wouldn't trigger me. Yeah, good point, John. Good point. Then I kind of get cringe when I see alcohol being portrayed as fun. Yeah, that might just be you. I mean, I never get triggered by that. I like being sober now. Birdie, trying to type something. Yeah, I think triggers are all different for everyone individually, don't they? Yeah, get those hinge clasps on tomorrow. Then that's the key, isn't it? Always do what you don't want to do. if you've got to do it, if that makes sense. Hope it does. We've got 45 likes. That's incredible. Really good. That. I hope you benefit from these lives. I enjoy doing them, actually. And I hope you enjoy listening to what other people are saying. 'Cause obviously, you can just read them. I think there's a way when we all get together and live chat would be too much going on, wouldn't it? Make too many faces, you wouldn't be able to work who's who. This is probably the best way to do it, I think. It's working quite well so far. Betty, good night, Steve. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Betty, for popping in. Hope you feel a bit better. The more you're off the booze, the more you eat well, the more you do a little bit of exercise, the more sleep you get. Although I need a bit more sleep, man, then the better you're going to be. It's as simple as that. And it's going to turn around for everybody. I know it will. I've got a good feeling about this. If you stick at it, we'll get you off the booze. And keep in touch with the big hitters, I would say, on here. There are some people who've been through a lot of trauma with alcohol who know what they're talking about. Not just me. I mean, Leslie's had all sorts of issues, so as so. And, there's a lot of knowledge here and a lot of dedication to getting well, which is important. You learn how to get well. Because that's ultimately what we're here for, to be healthy. Because we've nearly lost our lives, a lot of us. And some will, unfortunately. That's life, isn't it? Graham Marshall, I'm a better human, so of course you are. I'm a much better person. So I don't get triggered by it myself. I was just referring to what Mayers was saying with Rains. Rains said he's getting a bottle of rum. That's what may have upset me. Got you. Understand? Yeah. All comments are welcome. So you normally bang on. That one maybe we'll just wait and see what happens. But I think Leslie's right. It's a good group of people here. We're all in different stages, and we'll learn from each other. That's the way it goes. I think. Again, if you benefit from these or you get some value out of them, the lives, I enjoy doing them. I hope you enjoy the chat because it's good to talk amongst yourselves in a way, really, isn't it? And good what comes up here, then please drop a super chat in. It doesn't have to be a lot, or a coffee to support the channel, which is growing every day and it's getting stronger. And it's good to have regulars. It's like a sober online pub, isn't it? And it's good. Like the stream. Thanks, Tom. It's good, isn't it? Because it's got good characters. Already got a mental picture of most people here, Bizarre, isn't it? And when we meet, it'll be like, oh, it's totally different. But you can tell a lot by what people write and how they write it and the reactions. Most of the people here are quite calm, which is good. And some will. That's the reality of it. Everybody won't make it because it's not fantasy land. Yes, it's very true. It's very serious, this, I know we have a bit of a joke. You got a bit of a joke about it. It kills a lot of people, and you've got to take it more serious than you did the last time you were told about it. Basically, because every time it's going to get worse, isn't it? Neil, nothing would trigger me in my own person. I'm much stronger and fitter now. Yeah, that's the thing. You get more. What I would class as sober confident. Paul Evans, hi Steve. Nice to see you, Paul. How are you? Well, I've had a good run tonight. Good amount of chats. A good amount of good about sort of interaction. Really, everyone's been very shy, and we've all sort of held on in now with different questions. I mean, I do try and focus on one subject, but there's no need to if other people want to bring other stuff out. John, I hope all appreciate what Steve does for everyone, taking time out of his day to help people. Thanks, John. Click on the like, drop a super chat in, or at least buy a coffee. For fuck's sake. Yeah, well done, John. I wish I could highlight that. Keep it. Thanks very much for that. We'll actually pin that at the top, shall we? Let's pin that. If we can. Replace pin message. There you go. That's it. There, John Doe. I hope you all appreciate what Steve does for everyone. Taking time out of his day. Brilliant. That's good. I like that. I would love to be that strong, Neil. Catherine, you will get there, You will get there. Except it's only to get a bit of conflict in the chat Navy group therapy. We were nearly all of bros. We're all trying to achieve the same goal. Of course it is. It's healthy to have banter. It'd be terrible if we were all saying yes. You know what I mean? It's got to be a bit. That's what makes it more dynamic, isn't it? A bit of arguing. Nothing worse than just sitting there like Simps. So you know a bit of China. Catherine, you can be that strong. There's no reason why you can't. I agree, Stoic, 100%. If I can do it, you can do it. If the Superman can do it, you can do it. Stoic can do it, you can do it. We can all get there. We can all get there. And let's make a competition who gets the best, who looks the best, who feels the best, who, not looks the best, but you know what I mean, who achieves the most. We can all achieve health. That's what we're here for. You will, Kath, be stronger. Boredom is my biggest trigger. That is something which we talked about briefly. You've got to replace the time you would be drinking with something else. And that's not easy. Make a list. You've got to do something. I don't know if you were on when I mentioned I joined a hotel gym. So I go to any time of the day and early evening, close to 10. I used to just sit around the sauna, steam room, meet a few people, sit in the lounges. Didn't cost a lot. And I would live a more healthy lifestyle. It took a lot of days, a lot of hours out of my day, which was good. Daniel, drinking is not enjoyable for me, but it is not boring. I know what you're saying, yeah. But it's going to kill you. That's the caveat, isn't it? That's the problem with it. It's not going to make you feel better, drinking. And I went to a hypnotherapist and learnt the tapping technique. It still helps if I have a moment, which is often now it's expensive. A tapping technique, what's that? Never heard of that, but I might look it up and it might be interesting. Catherine, one thing helps me: I eat well and I don't smoke. Yeah, I didn't never smoke, which is good. Yeah, eating well is brilliant. Get used to having a bit of a different diet. I mean, I still have a little bit of chocolate, but I don't eat cakes and biscuits. Never did eat cakes and biscuits. I'm more of a savoury person. But everyone that I've spoken to, experts, someone about, will say just have a balanced diet, really. But I tend to go a bit more heavy on salads and fruit a little bit more. Whatever makes you feel good, really. That's the main thing. And ultimately, don't drink. That's what's going to kill you. Having 2 bars of chocolate's not going to kill you. But what will kill you is having a bottle of beer, or there are 2 bottles of beer, which will lead to 10, 20, and 30, and then back to square one, aren't we? And I know I wouldn't survive. I just know I wouldn't. It's just not. It's not conducive to good health. It's a young man's game, or a young woman's game, isn't it? Drinking. It's not something where you're going to dive into it now. I couldn't do that. I couldn't stop drinking again. I don't want the feeling of feeling terrible. You know what I mean? Feeling horrendous all the time, worrying about things, getting the anxiety about it. Somebody offered me, money doesn't come into it. I don't even want to be a social drinker anymore, even if I could be. Because even then, I felt terrible. When I was young and fit and I wasn't an alcoholic, well, I was on my way maybe, but I wasn't full blown. I wasn't an active addiction when I was young. I still woke up and thought, Jesus Christ, I spent a fortune, I don't feel well. Until they had to sort of recover for a few hours, didn't it? Beef and Chicken puts a couple of links in there for the book and for the one-to-one stuff for doing that. Appreciate that, Beef and Chicken, because you'll be aware we end up, won't you? And there's lots of people to help out now, which is good. It was a good suggestion. That. Yeah, so somebody asked, why is alcohol addictive? Lots of reasons. Lots of people, as I said before, I think it's just a habit. We get in the habit of having a drink and getting used to it, and then the social life kicks in. And if you don't do much with it, don't do much with life. If you're not keeping yourself busy in other areas of your life, when you finish work, there's not much to do, as in the UK. You can't go to the beach at night. You can in Spain and Greece, and that's where the pub culture comes in, especially in the UK. Boredom. It's not you that is bored. It's your addiction. Yeah, it's a good one. The addiction is bored if it's not getting fed. It tries to make you feel like you're missing out. There's always things that need doing. That's a good point. The fear of missing out is horrendous, isn't it? Oh, what's going on down the pub? When you actually get there, there's nobody in there. It's crazy. It's a good message, that Stoic philosophy. Brilliant. Next up, I think anti-abuse would be suitable for people that have abstained from alcohol for a couple of months. It takes away the choice of a relapse. Okay, I've never tried that. I've heard of it. I had a mate who took it. He had a stroke actually not long ago, but he survived that, or heart attack or something. That may have been completely different, not linked to that, But I've heard of that abuse. It's supposed to make you feel ill, isn't it? Something when you drink. Anything to help is the key, isn't it? Anything to help. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed these lives. We'll keep going a bit longer. Actually, it's only half 10. Hope you enjoy the lives. If you do, and please drop a super chat in, or I'll buy a coffee on the main the main link. This is a very good message John put on there. Hope we appreciate what Steve's done. Flange Corp, 3 months sober after rehab in New Zealand. Gym is a great routine keeper. Yeah, that's a good message there, yeah. New Zealand, wow. Getting far and wide, aren't we, tonight? Thanks for joining us, Corp. 3 months sober after rehab. It's a very good point that the gym does give you a routine. Even if you don't do much in there, you go there. The hardest part about the gym is getting there, isn't it? As soon as you're in, you're fine. Renewal Man, thanks for the stream. You're very welcome. Renewal Man, very welcome. Daniel, hi, thanks, Steve. I'm definitely in a better place than I was a few years ago. I'd like to bet that this in my 20s, that was getting easier. This in my 20s, it's getting easier, yeah. You'll be fine. Stick with it. Just consistency is the key with this, Keep at it. Don't give up. It stays in your system for up to 10 days. If you drink within that time, it's hell on earth. You can even cause death. Oh, it's horrendous, isn't it? It's horrendous. There's a withdrawal thing. Stoic, fast forward the tape. What is it you're actually missing out on? Heartache, misery, depression, feeling useless. Disappointment, the list goes on. It does, yeah. Fast forward the tape to feeling ill, basically. That's what I did. Horrendous. It's very true that, yeah, fast forward it. Honest Mickey was a big supporter. It doesn't come on here much. He said that a while ago. Fast forward the tape to you realise, if you drink tonight, how ill you will be, And it's not really clever, is it? You know how bad you're going to be. Some of us will die when they take another drink. I'm thinking some ex-drinkers are thinking they're philosophers. Thanks, John. He's comes up with good stuff, Stoic. Some good stuff. We're all good on here in our different ways. We've all got different skills, haven't we? Yeah, that question, why alcohol is addictive, far too complex for me to answer that one. Somebody asked about moderate drinking. Well, moderate drinking is out of the game. It doesn't even come into it, does it? None of us can drink moderately anymore. I don't even think I drank moderately when I was young. I think I mentioned in the video about a guy. He was a taxi driver. He was a couple of years older than me. And I remember going to this country pub a lot with a girlfriend when I was about 18. And I think she was still at school until the A-levels. I can't remember. Anyway, I always used to drink a lot. But I was fine with it. And years later, he said, I still remember when you were 18, 19, how much you used to drink. And you used to drink more than anybody else I knew in this town. And I don't know how you managed to live and survive in the police, but I was supremely fit. I had good genes, and I was just fit, naturally fit, and naturally athletic. Even he said, I'm surprised you're still alive. Because even as a youngster, I had a bit of reputation, which I didn't know at the time. It's been a bit of a piss out, but a good one. A good one, not daft. People get really proud of myself, didn't make any pirate jokes over sub situation. I actually never thought about that. The pirate. Yes, get them on there. Anybody got any parrot emojis? I don't know how to do the emoji thing, to be honest, but I don't think any parrots on there. It's a bad thing being built. That's quite a good fun thing. You would see the fun side of it. You got to force his humour. It's very dark anyway, isn't it? It's quite a good thing with the pirate. Hilarious. The walking the plank thing was funny, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think another question before we go. Long-term health risks. Well, people ask this all the time. We all know the long-term health risks. The long-term health risk is dead, isn't it? That's the thing. I'll tell you a quick one. This is a true story. This. When I was quite a young policeman, there was a guy there who unfortunately died of an aneurysm when he was only young. But he said to the sergeant, I need tomorrow off, because our days off used to get cancelled at short notice. Another parrot's on there. But our days off used to get cancelled at short notice. So this guy, Howard, said to the sergeant, he said, I need tomorrow off. And because he was always skiving, this guy. He claimed he couldn't get in for Buckinghamshire because it was foggy one night. He could have got the train, never mind. Anyway, so he wanted the day off. And he said, I'm going to go sick and get a certificate. And he was being true. This was a right upstart, this PC. And the sergeant said, what do you mean you're going to go sick? He said, I'm going to get a certificate from the doctor, right? I don't want to go on this mutual aid thing tomorrow. And so he said, "Are you going to get a certificate, Howard? Are you?" He said, "Yeah." He said, so Sergeant said to him, "The only certificate I'll accept from you, Howard, tomorrow is a death certificate." I'll never forget that. Just a funny thing. I don't know how it just came to my head about forces humour. A death certificate. This parrot thing's incredible. I don't know where you got all them from. I'd make them walk the plank, but I think there's still more as well. There's no wood left. Maybe it'll sink. Oh, we got a tent or something. Excellent. Where's these parrots at? I can't find any of that. That's incredible. Really good. Parrots. Yeah, so long-term health risk, well, death is a main one. Cancers, heart attacks, strokes, all the sort of business, isn't it? Now, it's 10:41. I think we need to wrap it up a little bit. So, hope you've had a good night. Brilliant. If you want to drop a super chat in, please do. Or hit the coffee link later on. And try and have a look at tonight's video, because it seems to have been quite popular. The subject of why we didn't want to take advice, because we think we're clever bastards and invincible. But really, advice we were given was all in good faith, and people didn't want to piss us off. People wanted to help us out. And that's a massive thing, that when you get people who want to help you in life instead of taking things off you. Okay, we'll say goodnight to them. I think we're all doing well on here. We're different ways, and we'll get everybody sober and healthy again. And it's going to go a long way, this channel, trust me. But you're all going to go a long way with it. I'll take everybody with me to where we're going. But I'll not tell you where we're going yet, because I don't know myself. But we're going to get somewhere really good. John, all had a good night, Steve. Thanks, mate. We all deserve each other peace. So, no parrots around the river Medway, but I would look stupid with a duck on my shoulder. I had duck the other day. It was really good in the air fryer. Night all, Neil. Stoke. You, John Doe. Well, you've seen your comment. I'm a philosopher. You are? Well, you call yourself one. You're doing a good job. Everyone's doing a good job. Thanks very much to the moderators, and particularly to Beef and Chicken, who runs the show. Thanks to myself for turning up. And driver, good night. Cars, good night all. Thanks for being here. Not a problem. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for what you do. Thanks to Sylvan and everybody else. Rest easy. Great night tonight. Cheered me up a little. Take care. See you tomorrow night. Yeah, make sure on a serious note you put them locks on. Doesn't matter how big and ugly and hard you are. It's like there's some wankers out there. So many people drugged up and fucking tooled up. You know what I'm saying? Get a dog as well. Speak to you all soon. And yeah, Leslie, thanks to even everyone getting up early to see liver specialist. Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know what happens. I'll let us all know. Steve, mods, chat, thank you and good night. Been good hour and a half that or so, and it's been really, again, quite fast paced and very informative and quite a bit of fun as well, which is what it should be like. You don't want to tune into something which is a load of old shite, as the Geordies would say. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. Some crazy Geordie and London mix-ups we had. Anyway, say good night and speak soon. And thanks for everything you've done, really. Your super chats, your coffees, and just being you, really. Catch you later. Take care.